Welcome to Shom HaShov on the Daf. Shir sponsor Lui Nishbas Ayim B'Yakashom Le'Abbas Yitzchok. We're holding in Shavuos Daf Chovov. The Gemara in the middle of Amud Aleph brings, what does it mean Ha'odom Prat Le'onus? So says the Gemara, like Rav Kahana and Rav Asi, the way they learned in front of Rav, each one said a Shavuah. This is what Rav said in Shir. And then they came in front of Rav. Rav said like one of them. So I asked the other one, did I lie? So he told him, Lipcho ansecho. Your heart was honest you. You were at least as if you were an oines, because that's what you thought was said in Shir. So in the Sefer Yalkut Meiri, he sends us to a few very interesting Maramekoimis regarding this idea. The Chidah in the Sefer Midbar Gedemus Oischof, he says that you should know that the highest level of what we have in Avodas Hashem is the kavana. HaKavana hatmimo be'avodas Hashem ein lemalo himeno v'Hashem yireh l'levav. Because Baruch sees the heart. Obviously, we have to do the ma'aseh, but the heart is the ikar. Says the Chidah, brings a raya, because the daughters of Lot, what happened with daughters of Lot? They did an avera. They had a relationship with their father, but that came from the right kavana. They thought the entire world was destroyed, and there's no other way to mekayim the olam. So what they did was with the right kavanah, even though the maisa was the wrong maisa. But because the kavanah was right, not only they weren't punished, they got very much rewarded. And from them comes Melech HaMashiach and the whole Malchus Beis David. And the Chidah continues and says, if you look at the Gemara in Makkos Daf Yud Aleph Amud Aleph, the Gemara there speaks, how does tefillin need to be connected? The Gemara says that Reb Chia, he used to attach the tefillin with kitno, with linen, which is something which is not the halacha. The Gemara concludes, "V'leis hilchas hakavaseh." Says the Chidah. So I want to tell me, according to Reb Chia, who halacha is not like him, he did fill in the way which was not the right way, though he understood that's the right way to do it. But the Gemara tells us, "Leis hilchas hakavaseh." So you want to tell me that Reb Chia never got schar mitzvah on tefillin because he didn't do tefillin the right way? So brings the Chidah in the name of Godol Echad. He says, of course he got it, because he did it b'kavana ruyo. Based on Reb Chia's understanding, this was the way to do tefillin, and he did it rightly, did it because l'shem shamayim, so he gets the reward of putting tefillin. And this is also a chazal, meferish chazal in Sefer HaZoyah, Parshas Vayischanon, and Avreish Samechalaf on the base. Chazal say, Mikan Olfina, from here we learn, Kol man da'ovid milo v'libo v're'uye l'shavi l'sritabisha. Person does something and his heart is not to the sitrabisha, to the sat, to do something wrong. Afagav diubish, even though he did something wrong. Hoil v'lo ya'avid b'reusa, because he didn't do the ratzon. On shir l'sharye alei, he will not get a punishment v'lo kebenosh achara. V'HaKadosh Baruch Hu lo yidoin l'bish, Kadosh Baruch Hu won't punish him for bad because he had the right kavanah. And this is the pshat over here as well. The two Talmidim of Rav, based on what they understood, this is what Rav said. We have a din, ein ladayan el mashein avrois. A person can judge only based on what he knows. Now the fact one of them made a mistake, he misunderstood what Rav said, that doesn't make the shvuah a shvuah sheker, because his shvuah is based on his understanding. And the oimek hadavar is more than that. That the world, the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world, is that each person has to be misnag based on his perception, meaning based on the information that he has in front of him and his understanding. That's what is the chiyuv of Adam to do. That's the idea that you have machlekes and halacha. Could be that one is halacha l'maisa, one is not, but a person has to be misnag based on his understanding. The world is a subjective world. Every person takes the world and perceives the world in his eyes. That's one of the reasons brought down. You need to have two eidim, because every aid is very subjective. But if you have two eidim together, you get to the right understanding. There's no tiny on Adam who takes what he understood and tries his best to get to the right conclusion, and based on what he knows and what he understands, he follows that understanding. If he's doing the kavana or riuya, his idea is that's his perception, understanding what happens. That is what Adam was put down in this world. So you mean that's the pshat in our Gemara, lipcha ansecha. Every Talmid of Rav, they took their shir and they stood it based on their perception. So based on their understanding, this was not a shvuas sheker, it was a shvuas emes. And because all Kadosh Baruch Hu wants from Adam is to act with the right kavanah and do what he understands based on his view of the world, so their shvuah was a shvuas emes. Their kavanah was kavanah toivo, and the shvuah is not considered to be a shvuas sheker. Anyone who wants to join the Shomachshava email list to go, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.